Welcome Zesty Kids family. My name is Catherine and I am so thankful that you're joining me today to cook this delicious dinner. We are making a harvest dinner made with mashed potatoes, roasted harvest vegetables, and with falafels that are made with wild rice and quinoa. This dish is going to take about 30 minutes to make, and I really want to welcome you to the Zesty Kids family. I am super excited to join you on your journey here at Zesty Kids. There's a few tricks to make sure that all the elements of your meals are ready at the same time. First, you want to read the recipe completely just to make sure you know what you need. Make your mise en place, so take out all the ingredients that you'll need so you're not running around finding a tool or an ingredient. And then lastly, make sure to use the warm setting on your oven. So if your mashed potatoes are ready a little before your steak, don't worry about it. Just put them in the oven on the warm setting and everything will be warm and delicious. Let's set up for our recipe. You'll need butter or margarine for your potatoes, salt, oil, and pepper. Now we're on to our potatoes. Now we're cutting our potatoes, and there's a few tips to make sure we have the perfect mashed potatoes. So the first thing is having the right potatoes. The right potatoes is not red potatoes. The russet, the Yukon Gold, they're all perfect for mashed potatoes. The red potatoes are gonna make like a glue mashed potatoes. It's really not the fluffy and creamy mashed potatoes we want. The next thing we wanna do is make sure to put our potatoes in the water when it's cold and then turn on the heat to high. That will ensure your potatoes cook evenly and that you have the perfect creamy mashed potatoes at the end. Let's add these potatoes to the water. Back to Youroots is owned by Conrad and Bernie here in Regina. They love eating healthy and nourishing their bodies. Back to Youroots is making only products that are gluten-free, vegan, and wholesome products in them. They also make naturally fermented foods like kimchi, and their falafels that are in today's recipe are super healthy. They're made with only simple ingredients like quinoa, chickpeas, wild rice, rosemary, all delicious things with no weird ingredient. Let's cut these carrots in quarters and then we'll cut the onions in slices. We really want to make sure, because these are really good local carrots, they're just beautiful. You can rinse them if you want to, but don't peel them. The skin is super thin and they're really sweet. We're just going to cut them in quarter lengthwise. These awesome carrots are coming from the Hutterite colony of Lejour that's located really close to Regina in Saskatchewan. And we really love ordering carrots and other vegetables from the Lejour colony. And now we're going to do the mushrooms. Just cut them in slices, about a ½ centimeter to 1 centimeter thick. Now we'll add these onions and the leeks. Add a little oil to your pan here on medium-high, and all of your vegetables. We'll let these cook covered for about 10 minutes. Let's make our mashed potatoes. So we have heated the cream with the butter together, and this makes sure that it's incorporated really well in our potatoes. Now we'll add the salt. It's about 1/4 teaspoon per portion. Potatoes absorb a lot of salt. There we go. Now let's make mashed potatoes. We are ready to get started with our plating. Remember, when plating, it's important to make it pretty for you. You've spent a lot of time and energy making yourself a delicious meal filled with just high quality ingredients. So make it pretty, be creative, just have fun with it. Let's place these beautiful mushroom leeks and onions that were slowly cooked on top of our mashed potatoes, just in the middle here. Then we've cut our falafels in two, and you can see the inside, they're just beautiful. And before we plate them, we're just gonna put our carrots here. And our beautiful little falafels. We are ready to garnish with these beautiful fresh thyme, and you don't need to remove all the leaves from the stem to plate, but make sure not to eat the stem because it's a little woody. And then we are going to add our beautiful goat cheese, and I love goat cheese on this dish because the white it makes the dish so pretty. It's a nice contrast with our carrots. And there we go. Now that we have this beautiful dish ready, we can top it off with some wine if we want. I really love this wine. It's a Haskap mead from Prairie Bee in Moosja, and it's really good. It tastes almost like in between a wine and a mead. It's closer to like a berry wine, I would say, and it's absolutely delicious. All of their meads from Prairie Bee are really good. Prairie Bee has been featured by Jen Sharp in the Flat Out Delicious series on CDTV, so we highly recommend, if you want to learn more about Prairie Bee, to watch the episode by Jen Sharp. We've done it, Zesty family. We cooked a delicious dinner to celebrate the 2021 harvest. Let's spread love. Love for ourselves, love to everyone we'll share this meal with, and be thankful for this beautiful opportunity to nourish our bodies. Find that gratitude. I want to thank you for cooking with Zesty Kids today. My name is Catherine, and I look forward to cooking with you again in the future. Bon appétit!